Hi everyone, Andy here, and today we are taking a look at my Top Gun Xbox. I customized this console about 3 years ago. You can even see the logo on the grill. But since then, it's mostly been sitting around collecting dust. So today I'm going to clean it up and replace the thermal paste. You're here to see how it's done, so let's get started. We begin by removing the side vent using a plastic pry tool. Lower the left side slightly and the right side will slide out. It's held in by two small plastic posts. Next, remove the middle piece that holds the shell together by sliding it to the left. On the top shell, there is a large plastic clip. Press it down by gently pushing the two halves apart. Once there is a small gap, carefully work your way around the back using a pry tool. Do the same on the other side, gently lifting the top while prying. Now slow down and tilt the top forward. There's a delicate ribbon cable here. Hold the top firmly. Lift the locking tab and slide the connector out. It's a bit tricky to show on camera, but take your time. After that, disconnect the speaker and the Wi-Fi cable as well. Moving on to the Wi-Fi card. Remove the two screws and the cable. Fun fact, this console was actually serviced by Microsoft back in 2015 for a faulty Wi-Fi card. Oh, and we found a hidden screw. Now remove all 8 screws from the casing. Lift the lid, disconnect the Wi-Fi module and separate it. Next, disconnect the optical drive, hard drive, then lift them out. Remove the 3 screws holding the front PCB. Before pulling it out, lift it from the lower case. This board handles controller connection, power and disk ejection, so be careful. And now for the plastic posts. Pinch the first 2 together, pull back and lift them out. The third one is secured with a Torx screw. Remove that and take it out as well. Flip the metal shielding over and remove the 4 Torx screws holding down the heatsink. There are also 2 screws near the power connector and 2 more by the expansion port. Take those out too. Lift the motherboard out carefully, just like me. Don't forget to disconnect the fan. Flip it over and now we're dealing with the X-clamp. Quick warning, this step can damage your Xbox if you're not careful. Follow closely. I made this tool from an old flathead screwdriver. It needs to be small. Slide it between the heatsink post and the clamp. Then twist upward by gently prying. Use both hands if you can, to avoid slipping and damaging the board. I'm doing it one-handed so you can see it. Once one corner is free, move to the next one beside it. Repeat it until all sides are loose. Before removing the heatsink, I like to mark it so it goes back in the same orientation. Not required, but it's worked well for me. Now clean off the old thermal paste, using isopropyl alcohol and Q-tips. It's still pretty soft, which is nice. Do the same for the heatsink, but be careful not to let debris fall into the fins. Also avoid using metal tools here. You don't want to scratch the surfaces. You can remove the frame from the heatsink for easier cleaning. It's optional though. Quick note, I'll be reinstalling the original top shell. I like the Top Gun design, but I want to preserve it. In a future video, I build it into a fully customized Ultimate Limited Edition console. Now remove the front faceplate. This makes reassembly much easier. Press with your thumb and release the tabs one by one. It takes a bit of force, but it will come out. I'm also removing the vinyl wrap. I applied it back in 2019. Use a brush to remove dust and dirt. Be careful around the ribbon cables. Then go over everything with compressed air. I tried cleaning some marks on the board, but alcohol didn't remove them. If you have any suggestions, let me know them in the comments below. I would appreciate it. Give the APU a final clean and we're ready to apply new thermal paste. Make sure the heatsink is aligned correctly, then flip it over. Reinstall the X-clamp by hooking one arm first, then press down the opposite side. Finish the remaining two corners. From here, reassembly is pretty straightforward. Place the motherboard back into its metal frame. I like to use a small cardboard box underneath to support it when it's upside down, but you can reinstall the fan first instead. Tighten the heatsink screws in a crisscross pattern. Snug first, then fully tighten later. After that, secure the motherboard screws. Reinstall the fan, make sure the cable is positioned closest to the connector. Slide one side into place, then press down the other corner. Reconnect the fan before moving on. Reinstall the plastic posts. Then the front PCB. Secure it with its 3 screws. Put the hard drive and optical drive back in. Make sure all cables are connected properly. Place everything into the lower shell, then reinstall the top metal cover, reconnect the cable and tighten the low bolts. Reinstall the Wi-Fi module, secure it with 2 screws, and reconnect its cable. Reconnect the remaining cables, then grab the faceplate. Hold it slightly above the case to reconnect the ribbon cable. This makes it much easier. Slide it into place. Then reattach the top shell. Press everything down carefully and make sure it aligns properly before closing it completely. Slide the middle piece back in, and finally snap the side vent into place. And that's it! I tested with some games later. If you have any tips or questions, drop them in the comments below. If you found this helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing for more console related videos. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a nice day. Bye!